It is a big weekend this weekend with Magic Round. The game of the weekend is the Penrith Panthers up against the Melbourne Storm. The sledging that's been going on, what have you guys got on that? Apparently they've had a lot to say, the Storm, this week.
Well, the two clubs, they've got a fierce rivalry now over the past few years, haven't they? It's become one of rugby league's great rivals. And Melbourne had the Manly rivalry, the Cronulla rivalry. Now Penrith's their real genuine rival now, Melbourne. So obviously a lot went on last year and in recent years, a lot of sledging. But I think Jerome Hughes came out today and said, you know, I hope it wasn't taken the wrong way.
Yeah. Buzz, what have you got on this?
I love it. I think it's all great theatre. I love, before we go into a big event, that there's talk and there's drama and there's a little bit of scandal and people were upset. And rugby league can be very flat at times, but to have, big names talking up feuds and what it means, it won't be decided by this stuff on the side. It'll be decided by the best team on the night. But I like it, Kenty.
It brings a level of intensity and honesty to the contest. I know when Hughes first went at Penrith, they got quite upset, and then they got challenged last year by Cameron Sorrell, the assistant at Penrith, to actually respond in the grand final, in the preliminary final, and they did that.
What did he say?
Well, it was basically he was bagging the Mt Druitt guys. They're from Mt Druitt, and I think there was the hand signals, the fingers, and all the rest of it, which was the sort of the street gangster stuff that the Panthers pushed so much.
Yep.
And they're taking the mickey out of that a little bit. And Hughes said today, look, he didn't realise he was being filmed when he was doing that, when he was having a bit of a laugh at Penrith. But the fact is, Penrith got wind of it. Certainly, they saw the video. They were showing the video of it.
Is it a storm in a teacup?
Well, Penrith
is it that bad?
Penrith give as good as they get. Let's be honest.
They love to celebrate the Panthers.
Look, it's not South-East feud stuff, but it's like State of Origin. Without the banter before State of Origin, it wouldn't be the event that it's become. And players from each side, coaches bagging each other, the cockroach business. It's actually good for rugby league.
I think it's good for rugby league. Well, as long as they never lose control of it. And look, certainly players feel that intensely. But that's what brings that edge to the contest.
I like it too. And Jerome Hughes, he responded today.
I didn't mean any disrespect by it. I didn't know I was getting videoed, and had a few drinks under my belt. Probably drank for the last couple of days. So, there was no disrespect to them or anyone out their area. And I'm quite disappointed because I'm not that kind of guy either, and I don't want to be looked at like that either. So there was no disrespect on my behalf. But they're going to use it as motivation. I think they said they did that last year and they got over the top of us. So we just need to play our game.
Yeah, it's going to be a big game, that's for sure. And Pappenhausen is out for the game, which is a huge loss to the Melbourne Storm. But Nick Meaney, who's been in great form, especially last week, will fill that void. How'll he go?
Well, there's a bit of talk about Wishart playing there, but for me, Meaney was a no-brainer. It's an obvious one. He's played a lot there for Canterbury. He's in outstanding form, Nick Meaney. I mean, we talk about the buys of the season. I think you brushed him the other day, didn't you,
I did. He should have been in there.
The season. He should have been in the top three, I think. And, he's a very handy fullback to have up your sleeve.
Well, he played a lot of fullback, didn't he, at Newcastle? He played a bit at Canterbury as well. He's a polished footballer. He's a finisher. He can organise defence. And, look, they're going to miss Pappenhausen Deluxe. He's leading the Dally M Awards, but they've got a handy replacement. He won't let him down.
Who do we think wins this game? I mean, I probably had Melbourne ahead of Penrith until the injuries, but now I think Penrith have the advantage. You guys see it the same way?
I think it's one of those situations where the injuries are going to play a part, Braith. And you tend to overlook it sometimes when you're picking who wins. And the fact is, there's no home ground advantage this weekend, obviously, because they're playing in Brisbane. I think the injuries tip at Penrith's way.
The bad news is that Penrith got beaten last week. That's bad news for Melbourne Storm. You saw Cleary in the sheds after the game, and he was really, really upset with himself. I think Melbourne are going to cop them on the rebound. I think they're going to be really, really hard to beat.
You say there's no home ground advantage, but I think if you look at Melbourne's record at Suncorp Stadium, it's ridiculous. Their winning record at Suncorp Stadium.
Well, they're half full of
Queenslanders.
And
I think they're playing better footy than Penrith at the moment. So I think Melbourne will still win.